If you're a Muslim that's considering getting married and relocating to Indonesia, this video, inshallah, I'm going to tell you what I wish I knew before choosing a city to live in Indonesia. So I've stayed in Jakarta and 2 cities surrounding it, 4 different apartment complexes and now 1 house, totaling about 10 months. So I've also researched a lot of Indonesian cities as well. So inshallah, I'll save you the time and the effort of doing it yourself with this video. So what I'm going to do is give you 4 lessons within this video. So yeah, bismillah. Lesson number 1, property matters more than the city. So in all the cities, from what I've seen, there is good and bad areas Islamically. So I also found that apartments in all areas are not good from what I've seen. So I just made a video yesterday talking about how to find a good property. So if you're interested in that, you can watch that on my channel, inshallah. So viewing all the cities basically is equal Islamically is the point here. So then choosing it based on other factors, because in all the cities from what I've seen, you're going to have good areas, bad areas. So choosing based on factors such as the infrastructure, such as the housing, such as the aesthetics, and whatever else is relevant to you. So lesson number 2, set non-negotiables and ideals. So some examples: being close to Jakarta Airport. If you're someone that wants to be traveling back home, often you're going to you'll want to be close to Jakarta Airport. Being close to a beach, if that's important to you or it's an ideal. Close to in-laws, lots of furnished property options, good schools, people you know, low traffic, high convenience, aesthetically pleasing infrastructure, etc. There's just some examples to give you a better idea, but set non-negotiables and ideals for yourself. So yeah. Lesson number 3 is going to be to plan around what your day-to-day is going to be like. So rather than just thinking ideals and non-negotiables, actually think, what is your day-to-day going to be like? So if your day-to-day is mostly like business online, you're really focused on your business right now, for example, and going to the masjid, of course. Your townhouse, the actual house that you live in and the gated community you live in is going to be of more importance. Your community is probably going to be the priority. So also convenience of deliveries, cleaners and drivers, etc. probably will be if you're really focused on business. So yeah, if you're really looking to optimize your time, choosing a remote beach place or mountain place just because it looks aesthetic on pictures probably isn't going to be the best, because you're going to be having to go driving to to get all your groceries. You're going to be having to go drive to get gas, drinking water, blah, blah, blah. You're not just going to have convenience as much. So yeah. And then if you want to spend a lot of time in nature, then that's probably going to be a priority. If you like sitting by the beach every day, or you like to be in the nature a lot, then that's probably going to be more of a priority. So yeah, if multiple times per week you're going to be going to a certain place, like if you really like to work in co-working places, or you want to be going to your in-laws like multiple times per week, or you go to a specific masjid for a class or whatever, living as close as possible to it is so important, because the traffic is really crazy. Like if there's a drive that's supposed to be an hour on Google Maps, often it'll be like 2.5 hours and just crazy traffic. And so yeah, not only does it take a long time, but it's also like so crammed roads, which you're probably not going to be a fan of. So choosing to be as close as possible. If there's a specific place you're going to go to, like some people, they play paddle, for example, a lot, you're going to probably want to be very close to that place. So yeah, planning around what you're going to do day to day, I find to be probably the biggest lesson of this list. So just sit and think, like, what are you going to do day to day? Like, what do you actually do? Not what do you want, kind of what feels nice. Or yeah, maybe I'll get some nice Instagram photos. But if you're going to be really focused on business most hours of most days, probably choosing a convenient place like what I did, like choosing close to Jakarta is extremely convenient. So that's what I chose. Lesson number 4, don't overlook aesthetics though. So I completely did not consider how the city I lived in looked. I was just thinking about, I was thinking like which city is best Islamically, hence why lesson 1 was that they're basically all equal Islamically. And convenience. So yeah, I completely didn't consider this. But now when I go to visit some places which is more aesthetic with nature, etc., it does feel like it's of more importance. So I personally find Jakarta and the surrounding cities not to be very aesthetically pleasing, just kind of like a lot of concrete and not overly aesthetically pleasing, but I would prefer a bit more nature. So I will consider it when I next move. But yeah, alhamdulillah, it's a very convenient place. So yeah, inshallah, these lessons are of benefit to you. I would go back through them again to recap. So the property matters more than the city. This is the overarching theme of the video. The property where you specifically live matters more than the city. Set non-negotiables and ideals. Just make a list on your iPhone notes or whatever, non-negotiables and ideals. And then really just sort of think in your mind, what are you going to be wanting to do day to day? And don't overlook aesthetics like I did. So yeah, if you would like help getting married and relocating to Indonesia, you can go to the link in the description, book a free call. It's not going to be a sales call because I want it to be as easy as possible for you to get on. Just literally tell me about your situation, what you're looking to do. Inshallah, I can be a benefit to you. So yeah, if you want to do that, then I will see you there. Assalamu alaikum.